Fellas, look at this. Totally different kind of video for me. It's a face-first video log. I'm really gonna, I've kind of had video block lately, I guess you could say. And by the way, yes, I realize I need a haircut, so don't give me no shit. So anyway, I want to start doing some video logs here. So they're not going to be pretty. They're not going to be, as perfect as I usually, close to perfect as I usually like to try. Perfect in my own mind, I suppose. What I like to usually do with my videos. This is just going to be a raw video log. So this is a very special day for me. Right now, I got off the phone. Madman is on his way over. We are finally going to be going to see G.I. Joe Retaliation. Man, this is a long time coming. So Madman and I are really psyched, really excited to see it. And I decided this would be a good time to make a first video log like this. Depending on how things go, depending on how I feel after I watch the film, I'm going to leave the camera set up just like this, and I'm thinking of sitting back down here right when I get back while it's still fresh in my mind, and I'm going to do a video review of the film, of course. So that is really something I want to do. Chances are, this is, I'm going to plop myself right back here when I get home, and we're going to watch, and I'm going to review the film. So before I do that, I wanted to pose a question to myself. What do I expect from G.I. Joe Retaliation? And I was thinking about this today at work, and I was thinking about this too, about the previous film, about the rise of Cobra. And I was thinking, well, whatever we get, chances are it's going to be a step up from Rise of Cobra. But in all honesty, I've been thinking about this, and it's not like the Rise of Cobra was terrible. I don't think it was terrible. I always told people, when they ask me what I think of Rise of Cobra, I always tell them that I think the good outweighs the bad. But there's definitely some bad, but there's some good there too. There's a little bit more good than there is bad, I think. What do I expect from Retaliation? I expect Retaliation to be a film that represents our G.I. Joe. Not everybody, young, old, middle-aged, anybody that went to see the Rise of Cobra. I think they tried to grab all of the money, all the ticket sales that they could, so they made a film that, well, granted, I'm sure that was their goal with Retaliation too, but so far from what I've seen of Retaliation, some trailers and whatnot, it really looks more like our G.I. Joe. And when I say our, I mean those of you watching that grew up in the 1980s. So that is what I'm really expecting to see, is a real... This is really going to feel like a G.I. Joe movie, whereas Rise of Cobra, it felt loosely like a G.I. Joe film to me, I really didn't like, it's funny about it is it's called The Rise of Cobra, but, you get barely no feel of Cobra's presence whatsoever. Yeah, I know they didn't exist yet, but... Anyway, that's a gripe I have with Rise of Cobra anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. This is a really raw video. Oh, by the way, guys, this is another point I wanted to make. Those of you watching this, I should have made this point earlier on, that I wanted to point out that for those of you, I know a lot of my viewers here, a lot of my subscribers on my channel, they're big Masters of the Universe fans. And they, and I don't think they particularly care for G.I. Joe very much. I think for the most part. But I'm really glad if any of you out there are primarily Masters of the Universe fans, I'm glad you sat down and you clicked on that play icon and you're watching it until this very moment. Because if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, trust me guys, and you guys know this, I'm sure you do by now, the fate of G.I. Joe Retaliation and what kind of a movie it turns out to be, like the flavor of it, the style of it, the directorial style especially, it's going to carry over, chances are, through Jon Chu's directing. It's going to continue on through. You're going to be able to get, by watching G.I. Joe Retaliation, if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, you really should watch it too, because it'll be a good indication of what, you know, of what Jon Chu's directing is like. Because, you know, I'll admit, myself, I don't really know too much of his work, so this is really going to be cool too. Watching Retaliation, I'm sure I'm going to be looking at it and in my mind kind of thinking about, you know, it'll give us a rough idea. Anyway, I'm trailing off, but you get what I mean. If so, Rise of Cobra, even if you don't, Rise, forget that. Retaliation, if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, Retaliation is important. It should be important to you, even if you're a Masters of the Universe fan. Anyway, guys, this is a really, really raw video, but glad you watched it. So I'll be back very, very soon with a G.I. Joe Retaliation, my loose thoughts on the film, when I come back. So thanks all for watching, everybody, and take care. And I'll talk to you all in the very near future. Bye for now.